Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday night. Hope everyone is doing well, whether you're watching this now or later in the week. Just one announcement before I forget. Last week I said that this goes until the end of May, which is what they originally told us, and then they actually changed it, and this will be the last week, sadly, but these videos will still all be here, all these live ones, all the pre-recorded ones. I've put a couple on this channel, and then I have my channel that has some fit flows. I'm uploading 2 more this week, so I'll still continue to post. And yeah, so you'll still have these for a little bit. But this is the last week, Tuesday and Thursday, for all these classes, not just mine. So tonight for this fit flow, it's not going to be like the last one. It'll be full length and not as fast moving, breath per breath. You'll need a set of weights and your mat and a water and just some music also if you want some music on. I recommend that. Get you a little pumped up. But I'm sad these classes are going to be ending. This is what I look forward to on a week till 6 o'clock, 6:15 on Tuesdays. I'm surprised I remember, honestly. I don't know how. Well, it's just the only thing on my mind that I have to do. So I know I won't forget. All right, well, at 6:15, we'll go ahead and get started on our mats today. And we'll come to a seated or kneeling position. And I also forgot to mention that this class is focused on upper body today. So it's still like full body, strength and everything, but it's focused on upper body. So a lot more planks, a lot more push-ups, fun push-ups, not normal ones. So coming to a seat, whatever's comfortable for you, and then start to cross at the elbows, wrapping the hands so they rest on the shoulders, giving yourself a big hug, a big squeeze, and then start to squeeze in and out of the shoulders, maybe massaging them a little bit. Just bringing some light and warmth into the upper body before we get moving on it. And also this act of hugging ourselves, giving ourselves a little self-massage, also makes us understand that we don't need the external world, such as other people, money, happy. We can do it all from within ourselves. And now switch out the arms, other arm on top, still loosening up the shoulders, maybe moving down to the triceps and biceps. And now also using this self-massage to get us grounded into the present moment. So usually we find a sensation and focus on it, but now we're creating our own sensation. So picking one, you are in your shoulder, just focus and bring your awareness to that point. And now releasing that out. And we'll plant down the palms, coming into tabletop. Inhale, reach that right arm high, open up the chest. And exhale as you thread the needle under the left arm, coming onto that right shoulder. You can keep the left palm planted or wrap the left arm behind your back for a half bind, putting a little more weight into that right shoulder. Left palm plants down, re-extend that right arm high. And exhale, right palm finds the mat. We'll switch out the sides. Inhale that left arm high. Exhale, thread the left arm under the right, coming onto that left shoulder and the left ear. Again, you can take that half bind, placing the arm on the lower back. Right palm grounds into the mat. Extend the left arm high. Breathe in. And exhale, left palm finds the mat. On your inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze up for a cow. And exhale as you round the spine, feeling the nice arch in the back. Inhale, send the chest forward. And exhale, press the earth away. Now moving on your own Feeling the stretch in the abdomen as you take your inhale. And we'll take a couple more. And on your next inhale, come back to a neutral spine in tabletop. And then tucking the toes under, pressing into the palms, lifting the hips up for downward facing dog. Starting to pedal in and out of the feet. And adjusting the stance as needed. And come to a still down dog. On your next inhale, filling the belly, sides of the lungs, top of the chest. Hold the breath at the top. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, empty out. One more breath in, fill up. Time, let the breath go through the nose. Unplug the hands, walk them back to the feet. Inhale, halfway lift as you lengthen through the spine. Guiding the shoulders back, pressing the head forward. And exhale, forward fold. On your next inhale, raise up to high mountain. Reach those arms up. A nice full body stretch. We'll stay here for a breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, stand it up, reach up. Exhale, bow at the waist. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Once more, stand up, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms plant, walk out to your high plank. Shifting forward on those toes. Bring the weight into the palms. And then exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll out to high plank. And exhale, you can take your knees down to the mat. We'll lower halfway down. Inhale, press up to high plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Couple more. Inhale, roll out high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, presses up. Exhale, down dog. We'll do one more. Roll out on your inhale. Lower down on the exhale. Inhale, press up, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, that right leg lifts, three-legged dog. We'll stay here to open up the hip. Give it a little love. Staying for the inhale. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Stay high in those fingertips, shifting the weight back and forth, opening up that left hip flexor, the left inner thigh. Not rushing into things too quick. And then come back to that still crescent lunge. Using the core, lift off of the fingertips and rise up to crescent. Reach those arms overhead. This will be the inhale as we lengthen up. Exhale, take the arms out to T, palms facing forward. Inhale, arms raise up. Exhale, lower them to T. Inhale, raise it up. Exhale, lower down. Now taking a few more on your own, but also sinking deep into that right knee. Left leg is lighting up, left hamstring up towards the ceiling. And we'll take one more. We'll meet at the top for our inhale. And exhale, palms find the mat, step it back to high plank. And now lower all the way down to the mat, untucking the toes. Inhale, presses up, baby cobra, chin and chest lift. Palms are planted on the mat. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes under, press up through tabletop or high plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale that left heel high, three-legged dog. And stay here enjoying this stretch, but keeping the torso and the shoulders squared toward the mat. One more breath in. Exhale, left foot to the top, in between the palms. Staying on those fingertips, shifting back and forth. Also opening up the right calf. Come back to that still crescent and inhale the arms up and overhead. Sinking low in the hips, reaching through the fingertips. And on our exhale, we'll bring the arms out to T. Inhale, raise them overhead. Exhale, out to T. With each exhale, you soften the shoulders away from the ears. And we'll take one more meet at the top. Exhale, frame the left foot, step it back to high plank. And lower all the way down. Untucking the toes, pressing into the palms. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lowers you down. Inhale, chin and chest lift. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes under, press into the palms. High plank or tabletop. And exhale, downward facing dog. So from this down dog, we're going to scoop up into an up dog, but coming into a little down dog push-up. So from down dog, we'll guide elbows out. Start to drop the chest towards the mat like you're coming into your up dog. So just barely hovering. And then hug the elbows back in. Keep the toes tucked. Your inhale brings you to the up dog. And exhale, same thing on the way back. Dropping the chest down, guiding those elbows out, lifting the hips up. And press back into down dog. We're just doing one right now. So now inhale, look to the top. Exhale, step or float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand it up, reach up. Exhale, bow. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, palms plant, step it back to high plank and hold. We're going to hold this high plank. Arms are steady, so they're not going to move. The only thing that's going to move is our upper back. So little scapular push-ups. So rounding through the upper back, pressing really deep into the palms, creating more of a cat's back than usual. And then lower the chest down slightly, keeping the arms straight, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Press up as you round the spine. And lower the chest, squeeze the shoulders together. We'll take 3, 2, and 1. Press up to high plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. And now taking that scoop to up dog just once. So guiding up the elbows, dropping the chest towards the mat. Inhale as you scoop the chest up. And exhale, lower the chest down. Elbows flare out. Hips lift up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float, feet to the top. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold it in. Stand it up, reach up. Big breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, palms plant, back to high plank. This time, take the hands out to the edges of the mat. And we'll be doing the same scapular motion, or just moving the shoulders. Arms are steady, but in a sideways motion. So making little circles with your chest. So you'll start by going over towards the right, creating a round in the upper back. And then dropping the chest, squeezing the shoulders together as you move from right to left. Press up on the left side, round the upper back. Move across to the right. So I think I'm probably making it sound more confusing than it actually is. You're just going in a little circle, protracting and retracting the shoulder blades. And now move in the other direction. And now come back up to center. Palms plant underneath the shoulders. And exhale, downward facing dog. And now we'll move to the top to start our flow. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And stand it up, reach up. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Now we'll grab the set of dumbbells. Right foot stays at the top, stepping the left toes back. So same thing we did in the warm-up here. We'll start with the arms overhead on the inhale. And exhale, take the arms out to T, palms facing forward. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, lower the arms to T. And I recommend putting a little tiny bend into the elbows, not locking the arms out. Now that you've got this motion down, now thinking about the foundation, bringing awareness to the feet. Are all four corners of the right foot evenly pressed down? Are you high on the back toes? Is the weight evenly distributed throughout both legs? We'll stay for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll drop the left heel flat, bring hands to heart center. This is going to be a little multi-movement. So from these warrior 2 legs, right toes are pointed forward, left heel is flat, doesn't have to be parallel to the back of the mat. But we'll lunge into the left leg, so bending into that left knee, and then transferring the weight into a warrior 3 at the top of your mat. So bring the weight into that right foot. And on your exhale, you'll fly the arms out, squeezing the shoulders together. So inhale, step it back to a lunge on the left side. And exhale into that warrior 3, adding the chest fly. And if that is not working for you, I'll show you modification. Start here in the lunge, and then not coming up into that warrior 3, just putting a little bend into the right knee, and then adding a fly. So you're not coming up off of the feet. We'll take these nice and slow. A lot of balance involved in this movement. Trying to step that left foot further each time down the mat. Sinking the hips lower. We'll do 6. 5, 3, 2, and finish this last one out. From the warrior 3, we'll rise up to standing, left knee into chest, and setting up for tree pose. So putting the weights into one hand, unless you can place the foot without needing the hand. Placing the sole of the left foot either above the knee or below the knee. Arms will be out to T, palms facing up. And on our exhale, we'll curl the arms in for bicep curl. Inhale, extend the arms out. Exhale, hug it in. Now keeping the elbows at shoulder height. The only thing moving is the hands. Actively bring your awareness to the biceps, engaging those muscles. We'll stay for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the left foot, drop the weights off to the side of the mat. And if you're at the top of the mat, turn around to face the back. We'll be going into there's a lot more movement in this sequence, I think. We'll be going back and forth on the mat into these little handstand pike presses, not coming up into handstand, just getting that action of shoulders over wrists, lighting up the upper body. So these shouldn't be easy. You should really focus on the lower belly too. So palms plant a little bit in front of your face. Come up high into the toes, shift the weight into the wrists. So shoulders are over wrists. And then you can lightly float or jump up to the hands. You can also take a step. Then move the hands a little further. Come high into the toes in your inhale. And exhale, lightly float or step. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lightly float or step. And then you might have a little more. So keep going unless you made it to the back, then turn around. And we'll keep going up and back the mat. And we'll go for 6. Last 4. 3, 2, and 1. Come to the top of your mat if you're not already there. Plant the palm, step it back to high plank. Lower down onto your forearms. You can always drop to your knees with any core exercise we do. But raising the right toes off of the mat. And on our exhale, bringing right knee to the right arm. Inhale, extend it long. Don't drop the toes. Exhale, hug it in. And we'll stay for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forearm plank. Press up into the palms, high plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bring feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stand it up, big breath in. And exhale, bring hands to heart. So now we'll grab the weights. Stepping the right toes back into crescent. Left leg is forward. Setting up the foundation, scooting the toes back. And then inhale, arms raise overhead. Exhale, arms out to T. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, bring it down. And same thing with this motion, keeping the elbows at shoulder height, not dropping them below. We'll stay for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the right heel to the mat. And on your inhale, bring a bend into the right knee. And then exhale, shift forward into that warrior 3. Arms come down, and then out to a fly. Inhale, step it back. And exhale, warrior 3 with the chest fly. And we'll do 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1 more. From this warrior 3, don't drop the right foot. Hug the knee in towards your chest. Placing the sole of the right foot anywhere but the side of the knee. Weights are in both hands. Arms are out to T. And on our exhale, curl in the arms. Inhale, extend the arms out. Exhale, curl it in. And if you notice the arms are not in a perfect straight line, like they're a little bit more forward, focus on pressing the shoulders back. So creating a little retraction in the upper back. We'll stay for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot drops, so do the weights. Come to the top of your mat and turn around. Back into those handstand pikes. Maybe shaking out the wrists, warming them up again. And then palms plant on your inhale, shift forward. Feeling the upper body light up, low belly pulls in. Exhale, feet up to hands. Inhale forward. Exhale to hands. And we'll take 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to the top of your mat if you're not there. Drop down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forearm plank. And now drop the hips to the mat, untucking the toes. Coming into our little Sphinx pose. Feeling the whole entire upper body and front body open up. And lower the chest down. Press up through tabletop or high plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. We'll drop to the knees. Grab a quick drink of water. We're going on to our next little flow. So when you're ready, take your time. Palms will plant, send the hips up and back. And before moving on, we're gonna do the down dog to high plank. Lower halfway down and press back up. So we'll do that 5 times. I'll count mine, but you can go on your own pace. And whenever you're done, meeting down dog. But if you want to follow my cues, we'll get started. Forward high plank. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, down dog. That's 1. Roll out high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. Exhale, 2. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. Downward facing dog. That's 3. 2 more. Inhale, roll out. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. Downward facing dog. 1 more. Roll out, high plank. And lower down. Press up, high plank. Exhale, down dog. 1 breath in here. And 1 breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float, feet to the top. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand it up, reach up. Exhale, bring hands to heart. Soften the shoulders. Bring the hands down by your sides. Give the arms a complete break, letting them hang heavy. Total softness for a breath in. And a breath out. And now we'll grab our weights. Coming to the top of our mat, bringing big toes to touch. Heels can be together or slightly apart. And now sitting the hips back into your chair pose. First, noticing the shins pressing back. Maybe you can see the entire ankle. We'll hug the elbows in towards our sides, coming into tricep kickbacks. So on our exhale, elbows stay glued in. The only thing moving is our hands. So exhale, hands go back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And each time you exhale, squeeze the tricep. Maybe hold for a second. And if you want to feel different sensations in parts of the triceps, rotating the pinkies in when they come up or out. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in this chair pose. Bring the arms overhead. And you might want to step back if you're near a wall. This is where a lot of movement comes in, like I said before. And we're going to try to stay up with our arms overhead to just light up the arms like crazy. But if you ever need to take them down to shoulder height, that's still very engaging as well. So sitting the hips down, reaching the arms overhead. And I'll give a modification for this also if this does not work for your knees. We'll start to drop down onto the knees, coming into a kneeling position, keeping the big toes together, because then we'll rise back up into chair. Lower down onto your knees and rise back up. Rising back up, it's really hard to keep the chest lifted, so drawing the shoulders back. And if that doesn't work for you, just start to take little pulses up and down. You'll still get that effect in the quads. We'll say for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Calm down onto the knees. Drop the weights down by your sides. Give yourself a little rest. But now we'll do from kneeling back into a boat. So I'll show you without the weights first. Roll back into a seat. It can be a low boat. It can be a high boat. It can be bent legs. It can be straight legs. The arms can be out in front or overhead. A lot of different variations for this. So grabbing the weights, we'll start in boat. Then dropping the feet down, coming into that kneeling stance. And rolling back onto your sits bones into boat. I'm going to choose low boat for this. And then rising up to kneeling. Arms still extended overhead. You'll feel this in the upper back like crazy. Trying to keep your chest lifted. And if you don't feel like you've nailed this motion yet, because I feel like I haven't either, don't worry, we got it again on the other side. You can always try out something new next time with the arms. We'll do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Rising up, dropping the weights down into that kneeling position. And then start to drop the heels, stand up to a high mountain. Stepping the toes back into your crescent. Arms will be hugging in, elbows drawing towards the sides. And we'll start to take little pulses in and out, engaging the biceps. So you don't have to come all the way out, all the way forward. Just like in between, pulsing in and out. Bring awareness to the bicep for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll move into half moon. And I just realized I did not say grab a block or a book. So if you want to go grab one real quick, if you usually dropping the right hand down onto a book, a block, or a weight. And left hand has the weight. So finding a nice stable about half moon. And on our inhale, we'll drop the left foot up to meet the right, dropping the left arm down towards the top of the mat. So like a little forward fold with the right fingertips out. And then opening up back into half moon. Left leg rises, open up. Don't use momentum. Use the strength of your left arm. Into half moon. And back to the top of the mat. So this is nice and slow to really engage this left arm. And if you don't feel like using the weight in the left hand, no problem. We'll stay for 5. That doesn't seem like too many, but it's going to feel like a while. 4, 3, 2, And one more. Come to the top of your mat, forward fold, drop the left weight. And using your peace fingers, grabbing the big toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the chest forward. And exhale, guiding the elbows out, forward fold. Releasing that grip. And slowly rise all the way back up to mountain. Now we'll move on to the left side, but first starting out with that chair again. Coming to the top, bringing big toes to touch, sitting the hips back and down. Elbows squeeze in. And on our exhale, extend the arms back, squeezing the triceps. Inhale, bring the arms forward. Exhale, extend it back. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms overhead, still in that chair. Move it back a little bit if you're close to a wall. Dropping down onto the knees, arms extend overhead. And rising back up into your chair. You can always drop weights to shoulder height. And we'll do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees down. Drop the weights alongside your body. Shake out the arms. Now moving from knees back into boat. Grabbing the weights. I'm going to have them along my side this time, so it gets the biceps when I'm in low boat. So starting down on the knees, rolling back into your boat. And rising up to kneeling. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and this is the last one we're doing for this practice. Come up to kneeling, and then drop the heels, rise up to standing. Left foot stays right, toe step back. Getting into that deep crescent lunge. Last crescent of practice. Drawing the elbows, then start to pulse the arms in and out, engaging those biceps even more. Creating a 90-degree angle between the forearm and the upper arm. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into the half moon. Left foot is forward. So grabbing the block or your weight if you need it. If not, drop to the side. Start to drop into the half moon. Dropping the left fingertips. Opening up right side chest towards the sky. And now lowering the right foot down, followed by the right arm nice and slow to the top of the mat. Open it back up. And lower back down the inhale. We'll do 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. To the top of the mat, forward fold. Picking up the feet, sliding the tops of the hands underneath so the toes come to the wrist creases. Inhale, gain a little length. Feel the hamstrings lengthen out. Either staying here or then folding over, pulling the chest down. Releasing that grip. Slowly rise up to standing. And then grab a quick drink. We're close to being down on our backs. We got one more little fun thing. I've never done this before, like just me or in any of my classes. So it should be fun. And then a little more core and stretching. Then a nice Shavasana. So starting at the back of your mat, I'll give 2 options because this could be a little jarring on the upper body. But we'll drop down into a shortened down dog. And when we drop down, we're going to catch ourselves and guide out the elbows. So a little down dog push-up. And then I'll show you. So dropping down, little push-up, and then using the strength of your upper body to press the mat away, coming up into this L stand. So making a little L shape with your body. Back is flat, arms are pressing forward. And pressing through the palms, flexing the wrist back so you're engaging the upper back muscles. And then drop back down into down dog. Guide out the elbows, little push-up. Exhale, press up. And if that isn't working for you, coming from standing, forward fold, walking the hands out to a shortened down dog, and then adding that little push-up, walking back, and still raising up to that L stand. So going wherever you want to go. Maybe taking the down dog stance a little further each time, just being conscious and aware. We'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rising up. Coming to a seat. And from the seat, we'll take the legs out long. So the palms will be next to the knees. Coming up onto the fingertips, putting a little round into the upper back, pulling in the low belly. Dorsey flexing the feet back towards our face. And we're going to raise the heels up off the mat and lower them back down. So this should be killer in the lower abs and in the hip flexors. But not just wailing your feet up and down. Being mindful of using your belly to pull them up. We'll do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the feet down. Now come onto your back. The hands can be either placed alongside your hips or underneath of your hips. We'll take the legs out long and come up into a little low boat. The chest and the head are hovering, as well as the shins and the feet. And we'll start to take the legs in and out. So still using the hip flexors and lower abs for this exercise too. We'll stay for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower everything down, full body stretch. Arms reach overhead. Now hug the knees in towards your chest. Take some rocks and rolls the length of your spine. And now come up to a seat. We'll grab for opposite elbows overhead. And resting the head back, opening up the chest. And now switching out the grip, other arm on top. Resting the head back. Letting that go. And now we'll make our way onto our bellies. Face this way. I've watched before with you guys, and I think on YouTube. So we'll cross the right arm in front. Left arm comes on top. So pulling the arms in opposite directions until you can't go anymore. Then dropping the chin down. And you don't have to have your feet raised. I'm going to kick the wall behind me. So lower the feet, relax the legs. Now lower the chin down. And switch it out. Left arm on bottom. Right arm crosses on top. And lower the chin down as you pull the arms away from each other. Uncrossing the arms. And from this position, press up through high plank or tabletop. And tuck the toes under. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, that right leg lifts. Exhale, bring right knee to right elbow. Inhale, dog. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, extend it long. Exhale, hug it in. One more time, raise the heel. And then exhale, set the right foot in between the palms. Drop the left heel down into warrior one. Then using the core rising up. Sinking deep into the hips, rotating the chest forward. Staying for a breath in. And then opening up to warrior two. Left foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Inhale, extend the right palm forward. And exhale, reverse this warrior. We won't be holding knees, pushing the left arm overhead. Stay for the inhale, reach through the left fingers. And exhale, framing that right foot, stepping the left foot up and in, into pyramid pose. So both sets of toes are pointed forward on opposite tracks. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, folding over, pressing the right hip back as you bring the left hip forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, palms plant. Step the right foot back high. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, extend it high. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, high. Exhale, knee to elbow. Once more, big breath in. And exhale, big step forward. Drop the right heel down. Inhale, rising up to warrior one. Squaring the hips and the torso to the front of the mat. And exhale, open it up, warrior two. Splitting the mat apart with your feet. Pressing fingers in opposite directions. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward. And exhale, reverse this warrior. Inhale, come back to center. Straighten the left leg. Kicking the hips back, reaching through the left fingers. And exhale into your triangle. Creating a straight line of energy for the left arm all the way through the heart and out through the right arm. Take one more inhale, lengthen through the side bodies. And exhale, right foot frames the left foot. Sorry, right hand frames the left foot. Step the right foot up and in. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms plant, step it back to last chaturanga of practice. And now last down dog. Drop the knees to the mat. And make your way onto your back. Maybe grab a drink on the way down really quick. And we'll take the feet up towards the ceiling. Coming into an inversion of your choice. You can stay in legs up the wall. Maybe come into shoulder stand. Lifting the hips up. If you're in shoulder stand, option to come into plow pose, dropping feet behind the head. Inhale, come back through shoulder stand if you're in plow. And everyone lower hips to the mat. Knees into the chest. And we'll take happy baby, grabbing the outsides, insides of the feet, drawing the knees down towards the armpits. Be rocking side to side. Straighten one leg, straighten the other. Maybe a full straddle. So we can't neglect the legs. I know it's focused on upper body, but still a lot of lower body too. I was feeling it in my hamstrings, and I'm sure you were too. That's what I love about this practice. Like, you still focus it on like a certain part of the body, but then you still feel it literally everywhere else. And it's amazing. Now come back through center. Hug the knees in towards your chest. We'll wrap the right knee on top of the left knee. And grabbing whatever you can, the shins or the feet. So kind of like what we did with our shoulders laying on our stomachs, pulling the feet in opposite directions, and then pulling them down and back towards our face, feeling the outer hips open up. And release that grip. Keep the knees though. And we'll drop the legs over towards the left. Hands and arms can come out to T or to goalpost. A nice spinal twist to finish out our practice. Inhale, bring everything through center. And switch out the legs, left knee on top of right knee. Reaching up, grabbing a hold of shins or the feet. Pulling the feet down towards your face, pulling them apart. And then relaxing the shoulders down. Maybe notice that if you're creating a little tension in the face, in the neck, letting that all go. And now releasing the grip, dropping the legs over to the right. Still right knee on top of left knee. Arms are out to T or goalposts. Inhale, come back to center, uncross the legs. Give yourself a huge hug like we did at the beginning of practice. A little more self-love. The best kind of love. Joy and happiness comes from within. I know we always forget that, but it truly is what makes us the happiest, if we realize it or not. Taking a deep breath in and exhale, finding the legs go long, the arms go long down by your sides. Closing down the eyes. Now bring awareness to your heart, the space from within that radiates all this love, this self-love, but also love to others. So now that we've practiced this self-love, still continue to practice it during the Shavasana, but just getting ready to create all this love and light, peace, joy in our bodies, that when we leave the mat tonight, we can go share that with the rest of the world. One more breath in. And exhale into Shavasana for a last few breaths. Slowly starting to bring awareness first to the heart, and from within, radiating that awareness out through all the limbs, moving the fingers, the toes, the wrists, and the ankles. Take the arms overhead for a last full body stretch. And now hug the knees in to your chest and roll onto your favorite side. And from here, rising up to a comfortable seat, bringing your hands to your heart, sitting up nice and tall. And now bringing love into action in your lives. So it's like a little spiritual yoga show and tell. We tell ourselves that we love you, we love ourselves. We tell us the stuff we love most about ourselves. But what really brings all this self-love out is the action part. So actions such as the massage, like self-massage, yoga, taking yourself on walks, cooking yourself a nice meal for the soul, just bringing more action into this self-love practice. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. And exhale, pulling hands through heart center and bowing into ourselves as we seal our practice in. Namaste. Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight's Fit Flow video, Focus on Upper Body. I hope you all loved it. And if you didn't hear me at the beginning of practice, this is sadly last week. I know I said last week that it's going to go to the end of May, but this is the last week. I'm sorry things keep changing. But Thursday will be the last live Fit Flow. There'll still be Fit Flows all the time, pre-recorded, and they're all over the place. So you can find them, and if you need help finding them, you can let me know. You can leave a little chat here. But yeah, Thursday, 6 o'clock, last live Fit Flow. You're welcome, Natalia. I'm so glad you got to join tonight. And hopefully you can join Thursday as well. And I'll make sure to make a good one, a nice, hard one. So if you have any ideas, recommendations, let me know. I have a good glute one that I wrote up last week that I have not done yet. And that, I think, will be good. Maybe I'll do that one. All right, well, have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday night, and I'll see you again Thursday.